Hello, Sally. Nice to see you, Sally. I was horrified. On screen, Rob Reiner and Sally Struthers were once the definition of a perfect couple. Throughout 8 seasons of All in the Family, they argued, loved, and protected each other amid the conflicts of 1970s America. The world believed the bond between them couldn't have been just acting, but all that deep connection was entirely fabricated. Behind the scenes, Rob Reiner was cold, distant, bluntly rejecting Sally when she expressed her feelings, then almost vanishing from her life as soon as the show ended. Many years later at a film premiere, Sally rushed up calling out emotionally, "Robbie." But all she received was a tentative handshake and a painfully formal greeting. "Hello, Sally. Nice to see you." And then when Rob Reiner and his wife died unexpectedly, all the walls of silence collapsed. Sally Struthers spoke for the first time about secrets buried for more than 4 decades, about a very different Rob Reiner, about unseen wounds, and about a relationship that seemed perfect but was actually full of cracks. When love bloomed on set. In 1971, Sally Struthers entered the All in the Family set with a heart full of enthusiasm. Rob Reiner, just 23, stood there as Michael Meathead Stivic, full of energy and ideals. They were cast as husband and wife, and Sally immediately sensed Rob was someone special, attuned to her impulses, someone who could read her like an open book. Over 8 seasons ending in 1979, they became close both on screen and off. After takes they would giggle together, share inside jokes only they understood. Sally felt her heart stir with each scene, watching Rob look at her with patience she'd never seen in anyone else. On screen, Michael and Gloria symbolized youthful, progressive love. Their chemistry was so natural that audiences believed they were truly in love. Some fans even sent wedding congratulations. But behind the glamour and laughter, there was a secret almost no one knew. Only at age 78 did Sally dare to speak the truth. At that time, her heart had stirred. She had truly fallen for Rob Reiner. Rob was so handsome, so captivating, she revealed. He became the first man I had truly liked. The crushing rejection. One afternoon after filming, Sally courageously approached Rob, her heart ready to burst. She whispered, "Rob, do you want to get away from the crowd? Just the 2 of us. Take a walk or find a quiet place to talk." It was the clearest invitation Sally had ever made to anyone. But Rob looked at her, his smile fading. He shook his head lightly, coldly, and bluntly. "Sally, don't do this. You have a husband. I have a wife. We are colleagues, co-stars. We must live with dignity." Those words cut like a sharp knife into Sally's heart. She froze, her face flushed with embarrassment and pain. Rob turned away, never looking back, as if nothing had happened, leaving Sally with complete solitary pain. That was the first and only time Sally confessed feelings to a man she truly admired. The response was like a knife straight through her heart. The warning about Penny. During filming, there was one day Sally still remembers like a deep cut. Rob pulled her aside to a secluded corner, his eyes serious. He whispered that Penny Marshall, his wife, would attend that night's recording. "Sally, listen," Rob said, his voice low but firm. "When Penny arrives, don't go near her to greet her. Don't smile. Don't talk. Penny thinks there's something between us. She suspects that you and I have a romantic relationship. I don't want her to misunderstand anymore." Those words left Sally stunned. She had never considered a romantic relationship with Rob, not after the harsh rejection. To her, he was only a co-star, a brotherly friend. "But Rob, you know there's nothing between us except work and friendship," Sally said. Rob nodded. "I know, but I love Penny very much, and I don't want any misunderstanding to hurt her. I must protect my marriage." That evening, Sally followed Rob's instructions, kept her distance, only nodded lightly from afar. No smile, no conversation. Sally felt deeply hurt, misunderstood for no reason. The cold distance that followed. When All in the Family concluded, Sally had hoped their friendship would continue. But Rob gradually became more distant, colder, in ways that made Sally's heart ache. He was no longer the companion always ready to share laughter. Instead, there was an insurmountable distance. At that time, Sally was going through a difficult period. She had just divorced, feeling depressed and vulnerable. Rob's distance wasn't just a gap in their relationship. It was like a punch to an already wounded heart. Every time the phone rang, Sally clung to a fragile hope. The rare calls from Rob usually lacked greetings. As soon as she answered, he would tell a joke, finish, and hang up. Those brief moments were like faint lights in the darkness. But then one day, the calls stopped entirely. In 2003, at the premiere of The Producers, Sally tried to approach Rob with excitement, calling out, "Robbie." But he gave her only a cold handshake and a brief greeting. "Hello, Sally. Nice to see you." Sally was devastated. This was the man she had worked with for 8 years, who had once called just to make her laugh. And now he treated her like a stranger. Sally speculated that Rob might have been trying to make his wife Michelle feel secure, to demonstrate that his relationship with Sally didn't exceed professional courtesy. But reason didn't soothe the pain. After that encounter, Sally made a decision. If she saw Rob coming toward her, she would slip into an alley, completely avoiding him, rather than risk experiencing that cold rejection again. A final moment of recognition. Years passed. Then in December 2023, Norman Lear, the show's creator, passed away at 101. At the Emmy Awards in January 2024, Sally and Rob stood together once again to honor him. Rob spoke at the ceremony, directly acknowledging Sally, recognizing that they had once been part of this unique television family. It was a moment of reconciliation, or at least acknowledgement. For Sally, emotions were mixed. This was the Rob she remembered, thoughtful, eloquent, generous. But also the Rob who had kept his distance for 2 decades. There are no words left. On December 14, 2025, when news of Rob Reiner and Michelle's death spread, it swept through Sally's soul like a cold shock. She quietly murmured, "There are no words left. This is truly unbearable." In Sally's heart, Rob was like a brother, a kindred spirit who had accompanied her through the peak years of her career. Now only a memory, both warm and painful. Perhaps the most agonizing thing was not that they had been apart, but that they had once been so close. Close enough to think that time would always leave room for an explanation, a late conversation. But time waits for no one. When Rob left, Sally lost not only a friend, but also the chance to ask if things could have been different. If they had spoken honestly, sooner, would today's memory be less painful? What do you think? Was the relationship between Sally and Rob an unfinished friendship or a kindred spirit at the wrong time? How many relationships in our own lives are being missed due to boundaries and silence like this? Leave a comment to share your feelings and thoughts. And if you want to continue listening to deeply emotional behind-the-scenes stories, don't forget to subscribe to Hollywood Unseen and hit that notification bell. Thank you for watching.